Man, I love these trucks. Today, I know it's been a while since I've done a full walk around of the F250. So in today's video, I'm gonna share with you my upgrades list that I have done so far, some of which, if you have been watching my other videos, you may know, some of which you may not know because I haven't explained some of these things or upgrades in my videos. Also, we're gonna do something else today too. Big shout out to Ford Trucks. Big shout out to, oh, you can't see them because they're folded in, Boost Auto. They gave me those really cool tow mirrors. I love those guys. Also to Ford Trucks. I got a favor to ask of you guys real quick. It's so simple, I promise. Smash that subscribe button and hit that like button. It helps me more than you know, and all glory to God. Disclaimer, Ford Trucks is actually coming out with 6061 T6 forged aluminum wheels. And so Alex is going to get their first set on his 2025 Denali, which I don't think I've actually showed you in these videos, but it's going to be epic. He's going to be a little rubber band boy and do 24 by 14s on either 33s or 35s. He can't do 37s yet because his car is stock basically. But we have to go get some measurements on the hub to make sure that these are made and machined properly. It should be about 1 to 2 months before we get them after I submit specifications, and I am extremely excited. Next up, I am going to get some for the F250, but one thing at a time. And when I do get mine for the F250, I will be handing out, giving away mine that I currently have on it. So these are going to be those Gear Off-Road 20 by 10s with a -19 offset on 35s. Those are going to be up for grabs in a very, very short period of time. So yeah, pretty cool stuff in the works. I'm super excited about. Also, Boost Auto is having a Black Friday sale, and I'm so itching for the LumaStep M2 running boards. I cannot wait to hopefully get them. I hope you're watching this, Boost Auto. I really want those things. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I'm going to show you something real quick. I also have kind of mismatched door frame handles. Yeah, you can kind of tell. It's hard to tell. People don't even realize it though until I actually point them out. But when I ordered, these came with black ones from the factory, and when I ordered the new door handles, there's actually two paint codes for the Ford F2, well, for Fords in general, and they're really close. There's one like creamy white paint, and then there's one Oxford white, I believe it is, and it's just like one is true white and one is like a creamy off-white. Well, I messed up, but I didn't want to spend like $200 or $300 on my mistakes. So one day I will be rocking some correct paint matched ones. So anyways, but we're getting off the point. So I have a list with me today, and it's right here. I have a list, and I'm going to go through this list with you and show you everything that I've done to the 250 before we go measure those wheels. First up being the S&S CP4 Disaster Prevention Kit. Basically what this does, I mean, you can go on their website and look. I'm not going to explain it the best, but it kind of protects your CP4 pump. It protects your engine, because if your CP4 pump blows, it's going to send metal shards into your engine. So rather than doing that, it's going to send metal shards into this filter and pick those up. And right there, as you can see, I have the HSM upper fuel filter conversion. That converts this into a screw-on style, which you can't see. There you can. There you go. A screw-on style versus plastic fuel filter that screws onto this billet aluminum plate. They actually work together pretty well. Down here, we have SPE CCV reroute. So there and there, if you can kind of see it, there you go. You have the block-off plate there. You have a block-off plate with a hose that I've routed all the way around, down, through, and out the back. If you are going to get this, I highly suggest you buy the extra 5 feet of hose. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to route your hose down, you're going to route it somewhere out here, and it's going to end right there, right under the cab and the driver's side seat, which means in these cars, you're going to get some crankcase pressure. It's going to vent for sure. Maybe some more than others, but regardless, it's going to vent right up there into your cab and into your window if you have it open, which means you're going to get an oil smell that is less than desirable. I'm not saying I'm dripping oil. I'm actually not at all. But what I am saying is you will get a smell. So take the extra charge, run your extra 5 foot hose, and put it out somewhere like this. You can actually see right there where mine comes out. The hose doesn't get hot, so I'm not super worried about it going out right there. It doesn't drip oil so far, and I did make sure that there are no low spots, but we're all good. So that's the next one I did. Of course, you already know I got those paint matched folding mirrors, power mirrors, heated mirrors from Boost Auto. Really cool, guys. I'm really liking these because I bought an XLT. I cheaped out, which maybe I regret, maybe I don't. Nah, we're okay. I cheaped out. I didn't have power folding mirrors. I did not have power extend mirrors. I do now, thanks to them. And a nice, cool sequential LED light. So very happy with those. But moving on. Not only did we do the upper fuel filter conversion, we did the lower fuel filter conversion. Let me get under there and tell you about that. All right, bear with me here. There's not too much room under here, so here we go. I have a cat filter. This is the lower fuel filter upgrade that takes your stock system, replaces that plastic piece with a billet aluminum piece, feeds all of your fuel into a cat filter, and then back up to the engine. So I have a cat filter down here. I have a Baldwin screw-on filter up there, and then we have that CP4. So we have a lot of filtration, which I'm very happy about. Now, I do have to note that I reused the stock gasket when I was doing this, and I got some leakage, unfortunately. Ever since I redid that, I haven't had any leakage. So I think it was a me issue versus a them issue, but this is the lower fuel filter conversion, and I'm pretty stoked. Way easier to replace this, and probably a little bit better in my opinion. Moving on. In the back here, I've talked about it in 1 or 2 videos, but I really haven't shown you guys what I did. I think I'm gonna have to get under the truck a little bit. So I actually reverse leveled this thing, which means I took my stock, it was like 2 3/4 inch plates under the leaf springs. I took them out and I put an PMF suspension reverse level kit with the 1 inch puck. Now, here's the issue. It did literally everything it was supposed to do. And it's a my issue, not them issue. It did literally everything it's supposed to, and it lowered the rear end significantly. In fact, so significantly that the rear sits like maybe a 1/2 inch lower than the front when combined with my weather guard box. There's a lot of stuff in this weather guard box, chains, some tools and whatever, so it weighs a lot. But you know what? I'm not going to get another one. If anything, I'm going to bag the rear so I can tow again, because I'll tell you something. I miss dealing with the dump trailer, and I miss videos showing you how to make cold hard cash from selling rocks. And maybe we'll get another one here in the future. The stock market, it's beating me up. Not to say I'm not going to stop doing it, but we're going to have to take a breather and go over an actual strategy. But I just really like the rock delivery, and I really like doing those videos too. So maybe I will get a different dump trailer and bags and keep going. And you already know about this upgrade, I hope. This one is probably my most favorite upgrade. This is the Powerstroke's 14.4 inch Tesla style screen. You can replace, and I had the 8 inch screen. Some people have the 4 inch screen, and some people have an even tinier screen. But basically, this bad boy, man, it should have came like this stock. This bad boy was and is and remains one of my most favorite upgrades for the truck. I just love it, and it should have been like that from the factory. I can do wireless CarPlay, I can do Android Auto, I can watch TVs as long as I hook up to Bluetooth. I retain my buttons and every single factory control, my reverse up camera. I did have to install a USB to fix this issue, very, very small issue, where I would push this button and like the sync radio would play, the OEM radio would play, but it's not a big deal because it just tricks the system into actually doing that. It works fine. I really love this. It works fine with my subwoofer back there, which you can't see that I did in a recent video. Mess with the audio settings, get them back to factory, mess with your gain, and it literally sounds on par, if not better than factory paired with my sub. I am super happy with the screen. Man, I just love it. It makes me feel like I'm driving a 2027 or something like that. Next up, I'm looking into maybe replacing this with a full screen from like a Lariat, or doing something like this if possible. Oh, and I can't forget, I actually did a Banks cold air, or I don't even know if it's cold air actually. It's definitely the Banks Ram Air. I guess it technically is a cold air because I routed this box under the battery and to the factory intake ports. So I like it. You can hear the turbo a little bit more, and it's going to flow way more than factory. My only hiccup with this was when I was putting it on, you really have to push. Like, it wasn't formed as correctly as I would want it to be for like $400 or $500. I mean, like, you can even see the forms right here. Like, come on, guys, I'm gonna spend $500. It should be smooth, it should be clean, I shouldn't see lines. And when I put this stupid thing on, one of the holes didn't barely even match up, and I had to like really force this cap down and secure it with the nuts. It just didn't fit 100% perfectly like I would expect for a Banks Ram Air $400 or $500 part. But whatever, it does the job. It did install, and I'm fairly happy with it so far. Gail Banks, if you're listening to me, you should contact me and I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. I also installed these rigid fog lights. So pause, this is not the 17, 18, and 19 bumper. I converted the front bumper and lip to a 2021 and 2022 style lip, and I love it. I think it looks even better, and it matches the 2019 grille way better. So if you've been wondering why it looks different a little bit, that's why, is because I actually upgraded it. And guess what? To upgrade it, I did not need to do anything at all. It bolts right on, and as long as you get the correct valence, you're good. But anyhow, on the 2021-2022 front bumper, I installed these rigid lights. I went through Freedom Industries, which is actually owned by my buddy Peter, and he hooked me up. I think they costed like, I don't know, $600 or $700, and they are well worth it. They light the freaking sky up. You have your semi not bright, even though they're bright, and you have your super brights right here. You can point them left and right. You can point them up and down. I have them set to where I want to go, and that's good. I already told you about my lights. These are the Amazon specials. So far, honestly, they're holding up really well. I am super impressed. They were kind of expensive, like $600 or $700, but that's okay. They're lasting quite a long time. My light finally started working, and I accidentally, I don't know if you can see it, but I accidentally dented my hood. Last time when I shut my hood, I put my elbow down to push it all the way down, and I think I actually, yep, you can see it. I think I kind of messed it up. Well, whatever, maybe I'll get a new hood one day. Don't really care about it that much at the moment. Small update on the electric front end loader. Clark Industries is about to sell this one, I think. If not, it is up for sale. PM me, give us your best offer. Jeremiah from Clark Industries wants to sell this thing. So get her done. Help him out. Let's get this thing out of my garage and in your backyard. I really like this, and I did a couple videos on it, and it's actually really, really fun. So looking forward to seeing how whoever buys it next likes it. Well, to be honest, I think that's about it. I think we went over everything. We got the S&S CP4 kit, the HSM upper, the HSM lower fuel filter conversion, the Banks intake, the SPE CCV reroute, PMF reverse level, the 14.4-inch Tesla style screen, gear off-road 770 edges, which I talked about in the beginning that might be coming your way soon, and reverse level, going over that. I think that's it, guys. So I've done a lot to the F250 in the last year that I've had it. I'm really enjoying it. I have no complaints so far, and these companies have been pretty good. I really don't have any complaints. They're not even sponsoring me. I'm just telling you what I did to my truck. Actually, Boost Auto did sponsor me, and Ford Trucks has sponsored me as well. So there's that. They are my most favorite, so I'm glad that we have a working relationship. But anyways, next thing we got to go do is measure some wheels real quick, because if I don't get those specifications for the 2025 brand new Denali, we might have some issues. So we got to go confirm a couple of things. I'm going to go grab my tape measure. I'm going to grab my little millimeter tape measure, whatever those things are called. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. We're going to go over to Alex's garage. He's not home right now, but I got to get this done and get this sent over, because I don't want to be waiting forever for these billet aluminum wheels. I'm excited for them. So we're going to go do that next. Got the tape measure. This is the thing I was talking about. I don't even know what it's called, to be honest. A digital caliper. Wow, so simple. Who would have thought? That's it, though. All right, we got the 3-ton jack, Milwaukee, breaker bar, a couple sockets, and we got a light because Alex likes to live in the dark in his garages. So we're going to light that thing up so we can not be a hermit. I just noticed this, guys. What the heck? That wheel took that much. Can you see that? Can you see all those weights to balance this wheel out? Is that normal? What the heck, man? That's a lot. I mean, look how far up it goes. It's like a bunch of bling on the tire, that's for sure. Look at this side. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, not as much. That's for sure. What the heck? All right, in all its glory, Alex's 2025 GMC Sierra Denali Ultimate. These are the wheels we're going to be replacing. We're going to take the front one off, get some measurements, and then take the back one off and get some more measurements. I got Derek here with me, my diesel dude, and this is what we'll work on right now before we wrap this video up. So first thing, and how funny, China does make the best wheels on most OEM manufacturers' platforms. So anyways, not dogging on them, perfectly fine. First thing we're going to measure is this hub bore, so the big circle. Do this 2 ways. 1, I'm going to take a picture here, and 2, I'm going to measure from the actual hub itself, because my measuring tool there would not fit fully extended on the wheel. First one we're going to measure is E, which is going to be the distance of the rotor right here to the furthest point away from this thing here. I think this is where the wheel bearing is. All right, we got the front one done. Wheels back on. I still need to torque it. We're about to just double check and get some measurements on the rear. But again, it's really hard to do all this stuff at once. 2 hands to measure and a 3rd hand to record. So this is kind of why I'm chopping it up. We're going to get those lug nuts off, pull the rear off. And I don't think we really need all the measurements because they're very close. But we're going to do it anyways. And oh, Alex, I hope you're watching this. I'll go ahead and scratch these wheels. I know you don't want me to, but, you know, a little scratch doesn't hurt them. We'll get this off and keep going. Well, I am glad I am doing this, because I know that the rear brake rotor is going to be slightly different width here. Not that it matters, because look how far away from the hub it is. But this is definitely different. The rear, I think, I'll have to revert back to my measurements, but this looks different, and this definitely sticks out way more. So I got to get all these measurements, and I will here in just a second. Well, that's about it. I think I've got more than enough measurements for this to work, really. I think what matters most is from here to the bottom, the studs here, and this big old plate and extension. I don't know, whatever is in here, I don't really know, not an expert. But yeah, I think that's good. Hopefully that's all that Forge needs, and we can continue the process and getting Alex's wheels made. This is not going to be what everyone has to do. Unfortunately, this truck was just so new. We had to make sure that everything is either the same, or if it's different, account for that. Yeah, the Back of the wheel should hit here, so there needs to be enough distance from here to there, I guess, so that it doesn't pop out. I don't know exactly how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna send it off. We're gonna put this wheel back on and wrap it up.